Hey everyone, welcome to this quick hit explainer for the Community Pharmacy Avon and Wiltshire, or CPAW Weekly Update for June 9th, 2026. Look, I know your pharmacies are absolutely slammed right now, so we're cutting straight through the noise to get you the exact bottom line info you need, right this second.
Because your admin teams are already juggling a million day-to-day operations, we're zeroing in on just three main things today: locking down your compliance, mapping out your upcoming funding, and flagging a really critical clinical safety alert. That's it, so you can get right back to your patients.
Here is our executive briefing for today. We'll be looking at the new audio summary, PQS and contract updates, an urgent public health alert, the looming DSPTK deadline, and lastly, some highly time-sensitive trainee actions.
All right, jumping straight into Section 1, Audio Summary, a new way to listen.
So, CPAW just dropped this really cool 5-minute audio summary feature. The whole idea is to grab the absolute must-know points from the weekly newsletter and put them in a format you can literally just listen to on your commute. It's a huge time saver. Just a quick heads up though, you will still need to pull up the email version if you want to click on specific booking links or grab detailed forms.
Moving right along to Section 2, PQS and contract, or basically securing your funding.
Okay, full details are finally out for the 2026/27 Pharmacy Quality Scheme, and guys, the pot is worth a massive £20 million. I mean, this is a huge piece of your funding puzzle for the year, so figuring out exactly how to claim your slice of that pie is an absolute must.
To get that funding, you have got to map out these dates on your calendar right now. You need to make sure your pharmacy claims the aspiration payment during a very specific window, between July 13th and July 28th, 2026. Getting this done sets you up perfectly for the final declaration period later on in February 2027. So, seriously, circle that July window in red. You absolutely do not want to miss it.
Now, to actually help you navigate all this, you can go ahead and access the recorded CPCF webinars. The NHS English session is up on the NHS Futures platform. You just need a pharmacy-related email to log in there. And alongside that, Community Pharmacy England has their own recording where you can actually hear the negotiators explain the new deal and, share their candid thoughts on accepting it.
Okay, shifting gears to Section 3, an urgent public health alert regarding a measles outbreak.
Listen up, because this one is vital. The BNSSG ICB has just identified a confirmed measles case in WSM. You need to make sure your entire team reviews the national guidelines immediately. Every single person on staff needs to know exactly what to do if a suspected case walks through your doors. Please make it a priority today to pull up the BNSSG remedy page and review those measles protocols.
Next up, Section 4, the DSPTK deadline and critical compliance.
So, the June 30th deadline for the Data Security and Protection Toolkit, or DSPTK, is coming in hot, and the consequences from missing it are pretty severe. Regulation 18 makes completing this a strict legal requirement, and honestly, ignoring it could lead to some real contractual sanctions. But, thankfully, Community Pharmacy England just put out some updated guidance to help you knock this out accurately and, most importantly, on time.
And finally, Section 5, trainee actions for the July 2026 to July 2027 supervision period.
All right, consider this your final warning. Supervisor registrations have a hard stop deadline of June 15th. There's really no wiggle room here. If these aren't finalized by then, your trainees literally cannot start their placements. The stakes are incredibly high for this upcoming cohort.
Let's break this down so there's zero administrative confusion. If you are a brand new supervisor, you have to personally submit that registration form by the June 15th deadline. You cannot delegate it. Now, if you're an existing supervisor from the 25-26 cycle, actually scratch that form. Do not fill it out. Instead, what you need to do is dig up the verification survey that NHSEWTE sent out back on May 6th. It came through a JISC online survey link, so definitely go hunt through your spam or junk folders right now if you haven't seen it.
There are a few extra hoops to jump through, too. If your trainees are doing rotations of 13 weeks or more at a different organization, they absolutely must have a registered designated supervisor or DPP at that host site. Also, new designated prescribing practitioners have to get registered at least 3 weeks before any prescribing learning even starts. To get all this paperwork moving, you're going to need the trainee's Oriole PIN, which is just the second to last number of their application ID, leaving off any zeros at the front. And hey, if you get stuck, just shoot an email to caroline.cpo@gmail.com for some help.
We know you've got a million things going on, so everything we just talked about is boiled down into this really handy quick checklist.
Taking a mental snapshot of these 4 bullet points is going to be your best bet for making sure your pharmacy is totally compliant across new supervisors, existing ones, the rotation sites, and the new prescribing practitioners.
So, I've got to ask, are your supervisors totally registered and is your DSPTK toolkit completely updated for that July deadline? The clock is ticking. Go get those registrations sorted, review those measles protocols with your team today, and start prepping for your piece of that PQS funding. Thanks for joining me to cut through the noise. Now, go make it happen.